Okay, so this is the Arizona edition of Daily Decodes 812, as I have shut down that channel. Again, I'm doing a top 15 from Arizona, or and or born in Arizona or born somewhere else, moved to Arizona. I'm working on that top 15 separate breakdowns for all 15. And I do have the Brock Purdy one I'm kind of working on. I don't know if I'm going to post it over on that channel or not, but as of now, I'm just bringing these Arizona breakdowns to Daily Decodes 812 as I remain caught up on all the trending stories. Well, I shouldn't say caught up. There's so many stories. I have a 4th of July story here, and I have at least one more. And as it's still relevant, as we're just a few days past the 4th of July, okay? So you see the title. This is the article says up in the corner, whatever that is, News 9 Tucson or whatever. 4th of July rescue at Carr Canyon. I couldn't even find a video on this yet. Cochise County Sheriff's Search and Rescue EMTs and Fry Fire rescued a man who fell at Carr Canyon on July 4th. According to CCSO Search and Rescue, they responded after receiving a call around noon about a man who fell above the bridge at Carr Canyon. CCSO says this is not their first rescue in that location, as the rocks in the area are extremely slick and slippery. The man was treated for his injuries by Fry Fire before being secured in a vacuum mattress and transported by a Stokes basket to an ambulance. And you see, that's all they give us with the article. But I'm gonna show you what I came up with for this decode, as it looks like people are still celebrating outside over where I'm at. Any reason, any excuse, yeah, let's get together and drink, fireworks, yeah. It's like, okay, whatever, I'm not hating. So 4th of July rescue at Carr Canyon, and they keep mentioning Fry Fire, as I'm not really even familiar with that, but I did Google it earlier. Let me pull it up. You can get a little bit familiar about Arizona as I am out here in Arizona. Fry Fire District, always willing, always ready. As you see right here, the Fry Fire District is excited to offer the opportunity. Okay, whatever. Uh, Targeting all areas along Highway 92. And you kind of see like their little website here. I wonder if there is finally an updated video. Let me see if I can quickly find one real quick. July 4th. Probably not. It's like a semi kind of local story, not too huge. Okay, I'm not seeing any video on it yet, so that's okay. Let's go back over here. Let's open up this presentation. So you see right there, 4th of July, right? A 4th of July rescue at Carr Canyon. They rescue this man who there's like one photo with the story, okay? Who fell at Carr Canyon, and this is Independence Day, the 4th of July. You see Cochise County synced up with the story here, 4th of July. I think that's interesting because they're mentioning The man was treated for his injuries by fire, and this is the 4th of July with fireworks. I thought that was at least worth putting in this decode, okay? And I'll do myself one better, because look at this. Carr Canyon is located in the Huachuca Mountains of southern Arizona. Look at this. South of Sierra Vista. Look at Sierra Vista in the language 141. And it's a 141-day span from Arizona's birthday to this incident with this man falling. You see that? 141 days from start to end. Arizona's got that Valentine birthday, and this fall happens on Independence Day. So you get two holidays, 141-day span, this canyon south of Sierra Vista. Sierra Vista equals 141. How about that? What I'm noticing right now too, that look at Sierra has 70. Independence Day equals 70 as well. As I'm just catching that. If this were one number higher and it was 142, again, that's the Arizona birthday, the 14th day of the second month. Look, this even says, which is about 7 miles south of Sierra Vista. Again, Sierra's got 70 like 7. This is on Independence Day. Independence Day equals 70 like 7. That's pretty solid right there, okay? And I put dead in there, but the guy didn't die, right? Why did I do that? He was treated for his injuries. I think I know why I did that, because I just had the Chicago mass bang bang pow pow on this channel. I just dropped that video, and it was 4 dead, 14 wounded. And I think that's why I had that 14 in my head. But anyways, you can, leave the 14, as, it could be possibly close to a death, right? So I'll actually get rid of that. Let me get rid of that right there. Boop. So we just get rid of that. But look, even with these 141s here, Sierra Vista 141, 141-day span. And look, Arizona's birthday, the 14th. So you get that 1 and the 4, right? 141 like 14, Valentine's Day. You get the 2 holidays, Valentine's Day, the Arizona's birthday on the 14th. You also get that 14 date numerology on that last Arizona birthday and Valentine's. And again, you get these 2 holidays too that sync up there, right? And look at this. And we're about to transition into the founder of Carr Canyon as well. Check that out. So even without the span, it's 140 days, right? From you see this fall and Independence Day, 140 days after the Arizona birthday. Look at that. That's the same as 4 months, 20 days, and Arizona equals 42. What else equals 42? Look at this, man. I do a little search. I'm like, what's up with Carr Canyon? How did they get that name? Arizona is uh, Carr Canyon, Arizona is named. I like how they put it like that, Carr Canyon, Arizona. But Carr Canyon is named after James Carr, the first recorded settler in the area. He purchased a sawmill in the canyon in April 1880. Look at that. When I actually search James Carr, this other James Carr pops up, not the dude that Carr Canyon's named after. Look, this R&B and soul singer James Edward Carr pops up, a totally different dude. He's born in 1942. And you could see how the world is, and these stories, this stuff is all scripted by the language and the numbers. Look at that. Isn't that wild right there? Check that out, man. Isn't that wild? Arizona 42, and then this other James Carr, born in 42. And, James Carr, they say Carr Canyon, this guy falls. We get like 2 paragraphs. And look what, it doesn't take much to come up with the decode, right? So this guy falls, okay, treated for his injuries. They responded after receiving a call, whatever it was going to say there. Even Carr Canyon's got the CC like Cochise County. You see that right there? But look at, man, even with the language named after James Carr, look at this. James Carr has 34 like July 4th. James Carr has 65 like Cochise County. Check that out right there. Okay, and again, I'll just read this again. Cochise County Sheriff's Search and Rescue, EMTs, and Fry Fire rescued a man who fell at Carr Canyon on Independence Day, July 4. According to the CCSO Search and Rescue, they responded after receiving a call around noon about a man who fell above the bridge at Carr Canyon. CCSO says this is not their first rescue in that location, as the rocks in the area are extremely slick and slippery. The man was treated for his injuries by Fry Fire before being secured in a vacuum mattress and transported by a Stokes basket to an ambulance. I'm not saying people don't fall off of mountains, right? I'm just saying this kind of exposes our language, doesn't it? Think about it. This is an Arizona decode, right? There's 26 letters in the alphabet. A1, Z's 26. There's something with our language. And, you could get limited information and you still kind of hit on these connections, which is wild. You know what I mean? We could just get that little bit of information and you see what comes out of it, right? And you could do a lot. You could look into like, say, Sierra Vista. As we could just go a little bit on the fly here, right? um they say, what did they say, this is just south of Sierra Vista, I think is what it said. You can do like Sierra Vista founded date, and just things like that may pop up. Officially founded and incorporated in 1956. And you can just do things like that, right? And let's see what other numbers I have here at the end, just to see if there's any other examples I can give you here. As you know, we just look, even Sierra Vista's got 84 like Arizona, which is kind of cool right there. You see Sierra Vista has 156. Now the 156th prime number is 911, which is like emergency. And look, you can see Cochise County has 191. So it's the same numbers as 911. You see that right there? Right? Cochise County, look at in the ordinal cipher 160. Arizona's birthday is 2/14. 2 plus 14 is 16. 160 is like 16. Cochise County also has 61, which is 16 reverse right there. If you look down here on the bottom, that's pretty cool. 4th of July, 147, which is interesting because the 4th of July is the 4th day of the 7th month. And July 4, look at that, you get 44, which connects with July 4th, obviously, right? And look, that's cool too. Look at July 4th has 70. Remember, Sierra equals 70 and Independence Day equals 70. That's pretty darn cool right there, right? If I remember correctly, um, was it Vista that had 71 like rescue? Look, Vista's got 71 like rescue. And there's that Sierra that's got 70 like Independence Day. And look, Carr Canyon, it says, is 7 miles south of Sierra Vista. So isn't that neat? It's not neat that dude supposedly fell, but it does shines a light on this language and again this code, right? That's and remember, Arizona's the 48th state. Arizona equals 84, Sierra Vista equals 84. Look at Sierra Vista's got 51, Arizona's got 105. You get that 1 and you get that 5. Look at this. James Edward Carr 100. Look at that. In reverse reduction, July 4th equals 100. Look at that. That's a solid connection. That's why I'm glad I'm I'm doing all of this right here on the fly. Rescues got 91. Cochise County 191. And remember, Sierra Vista 156 right above it. And the 156 prime number is 911. That's absolutely interesting right there. Look at how James Edward Carr equals 62 and 262. Rescue equals 26. If you think of Arizona too, a lot of outsiders are going to think of Phoenix, right? Phoenix equals 26. So you see these numbers a lot with Arizona breakdowns. And again, Sierra Vista 141. Arizona's birthday is 142, the 14th day of the second month. And don't forget, it was a 141-day span from Arizona's birthday, which is Valentine's Day, to Independence Day, which was this man falling. So do you like that? That's pretty cool, right? And there may be some more stuff here, like possibly just like right in front of my face here that I'm missing. We got the date numerology there as well. Um, wasn't there a 56 that we just? Yeah, there was, huh? Look at Independence Day right there. Look at the top with July 4th, 7 plus 4 plus 20 plus 25. Look at that. You get 56. And remember, it said Sierra Vista was officially founded and incorporated in 1956. You see that? That's just more proof you can go on the fly and do this if you wanted to. And one more thing here, I'm not trying to, obviously, you can go at any time. But if you're interested, look, you even get 16 and 61 date numerology on Arizona's last birthday. Remember, Cochise County 160 like 16, and you get 61 right there in that reduction cipher. So that's exactly how you do it. Do we get any more updates here on this situation? Let's see. 4th of July, Carr Canyon. Oh,
American Independence Day was on Friday, July 4th, 2020.
let's see. Rescue at Carr Canyon. Yeah, and that we get that one article. You see that? And it looks like there might be something here on Facebook, possibly as well. The call came in around noon. They may not have a lot more. I don't know if they're going to have a lot more info there. But let me see if I can click on that real quick. This was an extraordinary 4th of July rescue. That's all it is, whatever it shows right there. It looks like we get some more photos, though. Look, here's some more photos. And again, I'm not saying it didn't happen, right? We're just trying to, like, whatever we can do to expose this code and this language. If we had a name of the character, um, it makes it more easier to, like, truly be like, hey, this is completely scripted. Or if we got like a birthday, if it's like a celebrity. And a lot of times, if you're looking at these vehicles, they'll have numbers on these medical vehicles too. I'm not seeing anything there. Okay, so kind of like a decoding 101 lesson here, as well as the story. I guess they got somebody taking pictures of the incident. They're all posing right there. That's kind of interesting. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty interesting, I guess. Okay, so that's going to be the story again. I'm not trying to go real long here. I like what I do like to do is just kind of like go back on the slides like that. Sometimes something else pops. That's a nice James Carr, a couple of nice James Carr connections in there. Couple of 42 connections with Arizona and this other James Carr that pops up on the world stage. If you just put James Carr, that's the dude that pops up. There may be something else with the Carr last name. Possibly. I don't think that 92 hit. Sierra Vista, Carr Canyon, it says about 7 miles south of Sierra Vista. Did that 92 hit? I don't. We had that 91, huh? But I don't see that 90. I'm not noticing that 92 in there. But like I said, we don't need it, you know. So again, this is like a Arizona A to Z decodes edition here on Daily Decodes 812. Maybe I'll start the new playlist. Yeah, I probably will start the new playlist on here with Arizona breakdowns. I don't know. Sometimes Arizona breakdowns they'll be big trending stories as well. So I'm not sure. But I guess that's for me to take care of. Shout out to y'all. 4th of July rescue at Carr Canyon. I do have a decode coming up of that rapper / no jumper affiliate for extra or whatever. We'll see if you can put 2 and 2 together on that. That breakdown's should be the next breakdown that you see on this channel. until then, I guess this guy is okay, supposedly. Until next time, peace.